All right, welcome back. We're doing another TQA Quality Minute video today. This is in response to a really great question we had in our last live stream for our QMS Bootcamp. And the question was in regards to what do we do if we have a small team and we need to self-audit? Now, as you know, Texas Quality Assurance, we provide second-party internal audits, but you do have the option, and in many cases, it is good to do your own self-audit, self-assessment. But how do you manage that? When there's certain competency requirements, how do you determine those? So we're going to discuss this real briefly. This is a great solution for smaller teams, smaller businesses, especially if you're on a budget or really just want to dig in deep. So most standards do not define very explicitly what the requirements are for an internal auditor. They do define sometimes the requirement for certification, for competency, but that leaves it up to your organization, your management team to decide what those minimum competency requirements are, what those minimum training requirements are, and approval to be an auditor. I myself went through this process the very first time I got a company certified, and I was the quality manager at the time. And we had about a month to get this done in, just to extenuating circumstances. And I myself had taken the lead auditor course, but did not have the audit dates available for the lead auditor certification. So what we did is we compiled a job description effectively for a lead auditor. What are the requirements of the lead auditor for education, training, and so forth? Now, they did happen to match my requirements and my skills and what I had at the time, but we did go into very granular detail. And this ensured that from an auditor standpoint, from management standpoint, from the internal auditor standpoint, certification body, customer, whomever would be reviewing this in the future, they could understand precisely what my personal qualifications were. And this is a great process for you as well. Now, I do recommend you utilizing an external training course for the internal auditor training. We provide those, can also get you set up with our partners over at AQS for some more information there. But once you have that training program, you still have the problem with objectivity. Objectivity for small teams is very difficult. So the best way to maintain objectivity is to define the requirements for additional team auditors. And so you can check out the live stream for a little more detail about the breakdown between lead auditor and team auditor. But then you define your team auditors and the level of training and expertise that they need to have. This could be an internal training program that you've created, in which case be certain you have an approved copy of that curriculum, perhaps a quiz that goes along with it, practicals or workshop type samples that you're going to do. Make sure you maintain that documented information because that is the basis that you're falling on here. But then you can delegate certain team members, team auditors, to audit specific departments that they themselves are not directly involved in. Again, for a small team and small business, that objectivity piece is actually the toughest part. Identifying the competency and training requirements, these can be done with some expense through training programs, prior experience, a little bit of time and effort, documenting everything on your end. So if you have any questions for us about self-auditing, how to put these programs together, please let us know. But I hope you have found a little bit of value here. The two key requirements are identify and document what those competency requirements are for your organization. And I'm sure objectivity, make sure no one audits a department that they are somehow directly responsible for, or perhaps were very involved in the development of the processes and procedures there. That's it, guys. Have a great day.